The Chicago Bulls master plan is being executed as we are now seeing multiple future stars on this team that are going to be changing the direction of the Bulls for years to come. However, there is something that has fans worried about their future as this season as well. There's a lot to go over on the Chicago Bulls right now, as now that preseason is fully in flow and that the official NBA regular season is right around the corner. There's so much to go over on the Chicago Bulls right now, and we're going to waste no time jumping in to all of that, guys. But real quick, if you are a part of that 67% that's not subscribed to Bulls Digest, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a daily Chicago Bulls update. If you want to be at the place for all the Chicago Bulls updates, this is the place to be. But with all that being said, let's jump into the video. There is a lot to talk about on the Bulls right now, as we are seeing multiple Bulls stars absolutely break out. None, though, more as big as Josh Giddey. The Bulls re-signed Josh Giddey on a 4-year, $100 million deal this past offseason. It took a while to get the deal done, but as I said at the time, to me, that felt like a steal for Giddey. A player who very much is this good and deserves this big of a contract. It was great to see that Josh Giddey was going out there and getting a deal that both made sense for him and made him want to stick around in Chicago. That was a really big thing for the Bulls and for Giddey because, frankly, Giddey's the franchise player of this team. He was the entire time over the last couple months as well. Once the trade deadline passed, we saw Levine finally say his goodbye to Chicago, and it became Josh Giddey's team where he started to ball out, and he has wasted no time getting right back into the flow of things. As we saw in the first half of a game against the Nuggets, he had a team-high 19 points, and to go along with that, he had 6 rebounds and 3 assists. He did continue that game, finishing with 25, 9, and 6, going 7 for 14 from the field, and did all of that in just 29 minutes. That is the Josh Giddey that we hoped for all the way back when Alex Caruso got traded to the Thunder for Giddey. Now look, Giddey did struggle at first, but these are very similar numbers to what we saw from him when he was going out there and playing after the All-Star break. We saw Giddey look like an actual All-Star, and we saw that again. The 50% shooting from the field is the exact same as what he shot after the All-Star break. In those 19 games, he averaged 21 points per game with 10.7 rebounds and 9 assists. He also got a steal and a half per game. His defense improved, and his three-point shooting went up to 45.7%. He's spraying the three ball so well right now, and on top of that, just looking like everything we could have asked for. And as Elias Schuster mentioned, Josh Giddey looked a lot more like the guy we saw in the second half of the season. Not only splashed 3 triples in the first quarter, but repeatedly used his size advantage in the paint, either finishing over Bruce Brown or was drawing a whistle. So obviously it's great to see that Josh Giddey's going out there and doing his thing with the team. That's been one of the big things here, is how good is Josh Giddey. That's really going to decide a lot on how far the Bulls ultimately go this season, because as great as the team is, well, as not great as the team is, Josh Giddey is a great player, and he continues showing that he's just getting better and better as time is going on. Going into year 5, this would be the year that Josh Giddey would make his first All-Star appearance in a weakened Eastern Conference that lost one of its marquee guards in Tyrese Halliburton for the full season, and also lost Damian Lillard due to the same injury and also signing with the Trailblazers. It now gives Josh Giddey a golden opportunity to make his first All-Star game, and if he puts up numbers like that, it's not even a debate if he's going to make it. He's just going to be a clear-cut All-Star. All of a sudden, the Bulls have found another All-Star, and on top of that, they're still just getting better and better as a team when we look at everyone and everything surrounding the Bulls. We've seen that with Buzelis. Now, there also is some concerns about the team as well. As Duncan White mentioned, the Bulls' defense continues to be awful, especially from a team that preached a physicality standpoint since media day. Too many fouls, not switching properly, giving up way too many drives to the rim. This is a half where the Bulls had 7 blocks, and 4 of them were from Buzelis. So the good thing is Matas Buzelis is that guy. We're going to talk more about Matas in a little second here, but just regarding the defense, Billy Donovan did receive an extension after the New York Knicks showed interest in trying to poach him away from the Bulls. So seeing that definitely does mean that the Bulls do like Donovan, and he's going to stick around for a while longer. This is really a gut check season for Billy Donovan. He has a team that can move with fast pace and ball movement, the style that he likes. The question is, how is the defense going to fare? Obviously, on the wings, Isaac Okoro and Buzelis should form one of the better defending duos, and Josh Giddey's been a solid defender as well. Kobe White's not really a defender, and neither is Vooch. So it is going to be a huge difference once we see whoever's playing center instead of Vooch, because Vooch isn't a very good defender. So We'll see how things go from there. But this team should be pretty switchable. So seeing that they're messing up the switches is something that Bulls fans should be concerned about. But this is still a young team that's growing. And for the first time ever, or for the first time in a long time, we could say this is a young team that's still just growing into itself, because there is talent throughout this roster. We've seen that. And one of the people we've seen it the most in is Matas Buzelis, who's gone out there and has been really shaking up everyone and showing, hey, I am that good. Buzelis was a guy who I truly believed was one of the best players in the draft last year, and him falling to the Bulls felt like a stroke of just complete and utter fate. Being that he's from the area, all that just worked out perfectly to bring Buzelis to Chicago, where he fits beautifully onto this team. He can play either forward position. He can handle the ball well. He's an excellent, excellent defender, and now we're seeing the offensive game really start to pan out as well. But in regards to Giddey still, he is the guy here. Josh Giddey is the guy of the future. And throughout the preseason, we're seeing his numbers look good. I mean, obviously he hasn't played his regular season minutes, which is why the points per game is at 14 points per game, which was his career average around last year, or his season average around last year. But that was just because of a lot of other issues. But we're seeing the efficiency there, 44.7% from the field, 35% from three. So he is getting that efficiency slowly but surely up again, and also getting 6 assists and 7 rebounds a game. We're seeing that guy that we were hoping we'd see out of Josh Giddey. He's doing everything we want to see. And also, he's been getting better and better as games have gone on. Of course, again, the minutes are not what we're going to see in the regular season. Now, the most close game he's had to regular season minutes is that last game he played, where he put up in 29 minutes, where he put up a great stat line, getting 25 points and obviously 9 rebounds, 6 assists as well, hitting his shots. Really, 2 of those rebounds were offensive as well, but also going 3 for 7 from 3 and 7 for 14 from the field. We're seeing Giddey become a multi-level scorer who's also one of the better facilitators in basketball, and a 6'8" point guard. This is the type of guy that you build around, especially when you have a 6'10" wing forward in Buzelis, who continues to show up and show out. Buzelis played in Summer League and also now in preseason. From games that he's played this year, between both Summer League and preseason, we've seen him average nearly 20 points per game in that span, putting up 19 points while also pulling down 4.5 rebounds, getting half a steal per game, getting 1.7 blocks per game, shooting 37% from 3 and over 50% from the field. This is awesome basketball out of Matas Buzelis, and this isn't just a product of Summer League. Yeah, he had an excellent game in Summer League, putting up 28 points, but throughout the preseason as well, we've seen him put up 19 points. We've seen him put up 11, 19 again, and then 20 points as well. He's consistently putting up around 20 points per game thus far, pulling down rebounds, blocking shots, getting rebounds, as I already said, and also just being that guy who we hoped we'd see. So seeing this out of Buzelis, seeing this out of Josh Giddey should have Bulls fans ecstatic about what the future holds. And as we see from Point Made Basketball, I'm a pretty firm believer that second-year players aren't typically candidates for most improved player, but you can't deny how good Matas Buzelis looked through summer and into preseason. He has the potential to establish himself as the alpha in Chicago, and especially, look, I've said before, I'll say it again, it does make sense that the Bulls are likely going to be trading Kobe White away at the end of this season, or at some point this season, along with Vooch. That's a lot of scoring out the window. So Buzelis has a chance to really take over, and I do want to see him do that. I do believe it's why the Bulls haven't really attacked scoring that much throughout the offseason, is because at the end of the day, they want to see what Buzelis can do, which I think is the right call. Do you guys think it's the right call? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. I'll catch you later.